This is a podcast from Minute Media.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, kiddies. This is yours duly, John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper. And you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Welcome to Slasher Radio. My name is Mikey Bones, and I'm joined by my fellow hosts, Kat Valor and Rob Humphreys back. What's going on, guys?
Hey,
Welcome back.
hi, thank you. How did you guys handle it without me?
We managed, but it
Yeah.
was a challenge.
I listened back, and it sounds like just barely.
Uh-huh.
But don't worry, I'm here.
I don't appreciate your contributions to last week's show, man.
I took time to draft a statement, an official statement, and you got all mad about it.
They got old man about it, because you start with the desk of, like, what is that crap? Yeah, like you're a general in the army. Like, what are you doing?
Mikey, if I'm going to send a statement, it's got to be official.
Yeah, I don't appreciate the danza. What the hell was that?
I wasn't sure whether the danza was going to be covered or not. We had to make sure you got one, otherwise you might not feel properly celebrated.
But you put it in with your review of the movie. Like, what the fuck?
It had to go somewhere, Mikey. I was only going to make one statement. I wasn't going to draft two different statements.
Yeah, you know what? Thank God. Can we like, can you not do the statements anymore? Is that an option?
No.
What department do I got to talk to for that?
I'm not sure.
Oh, great. All right. Of my luck, you'll run it anyway.
That's what we need is a Rob removal department.
We do. Maybe we can see what Leah's doing. Maybe Leah could head that, because she would take that one by the horns, you know?
Don't act like you didn't say all sorts of mean things about Leah before we started recording.
I never say anything bad about Leah. Ever. What's up, guys? We are back. Last week we talked underwater. We had Chris and Little Miss Huge Clown Penis on. Why is my button not working?
Huge clown penis.
Which I feel like should also, like, whenever I hit that button, it should be accompanied with this huge clown penis. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think so. That is
Yeah.
a perfect audio drop.
It's a fucking amazing button.
10 out of 10, no notes on that one.
We will be joined shortly by Brian G. Berry. He wrote the novelization of House Shark. Can't believe I'm saying that. But yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Brian's done a lot of different things. So we're going to talk to him about his books, plural.
Dude puts out a lot of books.
Yeah.
A lot of books.
I just pulled up his author page on Amazon, and geez, that's a lot of writing that guy does.
Very talented. As far as, like, and we'll get into it with Brian, but he's opened my eyes about certain things with the shark movie genre. I'll just leave it at that.
Revolutionary interview coming up
Yeah.
for Slasher Radio history.
Yep. That was a really fun conversation. And, you know, not for nothing, like, you know, shark movies aside, it's always fun to talk to horror fans, and because, you know, that's what this shit's all about. We're not going to do a new segment this week because we do have the interview with Brian. We are going to talk. Oh, shit. Be right back. Less than 10 seconds.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm sorry.
Is it about the dog?
What in the hell?
Unprofessional behavior here.
This is why I have to draft statements when I'm not around. I don't know what the hell you guys are going to do.
I'm pretty much going to talk about sharks.
See, less than 10 seconds. Back.
I don't think so, but all right.
Well, it was about. I had something for drink roll call. I don't know how celebratory we're going to be, but God damn it, I've been waiting to do this. I'm going to do it.
No, all right.
All right. So yeah, we're not going to have news. We're going to have that interview with Brian, talk a little bit about House Shark, and drink roll call real quick. So are you guys drinking anything? With the recording schedule's been moved, so we know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a drink for the interview. I did not get a picture of it.
Okay.
But I plan on having a second one this evening. I'll send a picture in so that we can include it because it is gorgeous. I have finally done it. I have completed the Aussie Jossie. I will now be opening up names. I have the recipe down. I have the shark. Don't ask me how I got the shark, but I have one.
Cat might have committed a heist.
We can't prove that I have committed a heist, but I do have a shark in the house.
All right.
A house shark, maybe?
I have a house shark.
Holy shit. What a fucking tie back. Wow. All right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm assuming it's going to be very similar to what you've already sent us earlier in the week.
Yes.
Okay. That's fucking, that's funny.
I do have that picture for reference.
Okay.
But
Fair.
I'm making them at home now. So.
All right. So that'll be on Twitter. That'll be on Patreon. Cat made a house shark drink.
House shark.
Not gonna lie, it's kind of funny. I kind of like that.
I might just start calling them house sharks.
Rob, do you have anything to contribute, or are you?
I'm drinking cheer wine out of a mason jar.
Out of a mason jar.
Fancy.
Why?
Right.
You fucking hillbilly! You. Why would you drink it out of a mason jar?
All the glasses I have are dirty. I only have 2 mason jars. So the milkshakes that I get, right? That I sent you guys pictures of before, the crazy milkshakes. They come in mason jars. It's a place called Crazy Mason Milkshakes. And you get to keep the mason jar. So I have a couple of those around, and all my glasses are dirty, and I haven't turned on the dishwasher yet. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
My sink's pretty full. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I'm not gonna, what else am I supposed to put it in?
That's fair. All right. I am drinking, and I bought this a couple of weeks ago, but I've had a few drink roll call things in between. Excuse me. In between, Rob wasn't here last week, and I didn't want him to miss this gem. I am drinking Buzzballs.
What?
Buzzballs.
The hell's that?
It's I just sent a picture of it in the group. It will be up on Patreon. It's a strawberry Rita.
Oh
God damn it.
Oh,
what?
You can't.
What?
Do they have an apple one? I feel like maybe I've had this.
I've seen these.
I'll tell you what, it's tasty, man.
You know what? I'll give you a pass on this one.
Really?
Yeah,
because it has balls in it.
Yeah, I mean
it does have balls in it.
And where are my balls? It's very borderline, but I will give you a pass on it.
I thought you would be mad at this one.
Nah, I was at first, but it's all right.
This thing is hysterical. I was waiting online with an attitude at the liquor store a couple weeks ago.
Imagine you with an attitude.
Oh, that trip to that liquor store was fucking aggravating for no reason. And they, like when you go to a grocery store and they have all the candy and shit they want you to get on the way out. That's what they did with this bad boy. And I'm standing in line with my attitude, and I look over and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I'm looking at it, and I picked one up. And when you pick up a ball, like a baseball or something, you just start tossing it. That's what I was doing. I was like, this thing's pretty fucking cool. And apparently they're like 80 or 90% women owned, which is kind of cool too.
Okay.
And I could not get it. Like I know they had a blue one. They might have had a green one, Kat.
I feel like I've had a cocktail like that was apple genie flavored.
I'm looking at their website right now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know quite how to explain it to everybody. It has a top like a Coca-Cola. So a can of Coca-Cola, and the bottle, I guess you could call it, is like the shape of a ball with a flat bottom. And it's tasty. I should have got a couple more of these. It was like $3-4 too. It's a hell of a deal.
You should have got the Cran Blaster.
Oh, they had a Cran Blaster, motherfucker. Yeah.
They got a bunch of different flavors. They got a hazelnut latte flavor.
I ain't getting that one. They had that one there.
Yeah, they got a tequila Rita. They've got one called the Chalk Teas.
Wow, that's fucking hysterical.
Yeah,
the Chalk Teas. All right, you know what? This might become my new thing. I might be the Buzzball guy.
All right. You can join the Buzz Club. They have a thing called the Buzz Club, apparently.
You got a Buzz Club?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck out of here.
You can cash in buzzies for swag. You could get a Buzz Balls T-shirt, Mikey.
I don't know if I'm gonna do all that. But yeah, I mean, it's been sitting in my fridge for a couple of weeks now, and I've almost cracked it open a couple times. Here we are. I have. Oh, they have them in like a little the espresso martini. They have like it's less of a ball shape, and it's got a little form to it, like a cup.
Really?
Yeah. I'm looking at their website now, buzzballs.com with a Z. All right. I might be the buzzball guy. We don't know.
Apparently, they were on Shark Tank.
Ah.
They went on Shark Tank, and that helped raise, I don't know if it raised money for them, but it got some notice.
A lot of colada they have as well.
They got something called chillers. I don't know what those are.
I love it when people pitch alcohol on Shark Tank. That's like one of my all-time favorite things.
Huh. Well,
Because they come in and they're like, let's get the sharks drunk and then ask them for all the money.
That's a good idea.
It's the best thing you can possibly pitch on Shark Tank.
Oh, absolutely. Mark Cuban is a Buzzballs guy, then, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Well,
that
I don't
sounds
know.
like a Mark Cuban thing.
Oh,
I don't know if he
absolutely.
bought in or not, you know?
But yeah, they got a lot of different kinds here. I am impressed. They only had like 3 Ooh, they got peach balls, Rob.
Oh,
Look at that. Chili mango, cran blaster is going to be me. All right, forbidden apple. Okay, I'm a Buzzballs guy. That's it. It's done. It's official.
Mikey loves the balls.
Mikey loves balls. Pin it.
And where are my balls?
All right. So do you guys want to get into the movie and we can drop the interview after that? Because I would feel bad because I very much enjoyed our conversation with Brian. I like Brian a lot, but I would feel bad putting that interview out and then saying what I'm about to say about this movie.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
fine with that.
Hold on. You would think I'm prepared. Man, I got to be honest. My level of effort when we do a shark movie plummets. Like, I'm not going to lie. All right. House Shark 2017. Does anybody want to go first or on like a quick opening thought?
Yeah, I love this. This was great.
Okay.
It was a ton of fun. It was everything that I wanted from a movie that's called House Shark because it gave me House Shark. It made me wait for it, which is not ideal. You know, that's, kind of a pet peeve of mine with shark movies. I want right into the shark. But I mean, it gave me a teaser. It gave me enough of a teaser of the House Shark that I was willing to wait it out for the big finale with more House Shark. Just great. We talk about it a little bit in the interview. I was very charmed by the effects. And yeah, it had some great lines. It had fantastic one-liners. This is everything that I want from a shark movie. They did a great job.
All right. Mikey, do you want to retort and then I'll be the voice of reason?
Sure. Everything Kat said was bullshit. Except for the one-liner. I'll admit. Okay, this movie, House Shark, it made me laugh more than any other shark movie has by a lot. They had a bunch of one-liners. They had some dude with lederhosen for no fucking reason whatsoever. He was funny. I kind of it was really hard for me to take notes on this. Like I really did not enjoy this movie at all.
I didn't take notes on this one. I was just happy to let the experience of House Shark wash over.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to go for a story, at least for like, the first good portion of the movie. And then at the end, it went and did its thing. The biggest crime of this, like out of all of it for me, the biggest crime of this movie were a lot of scenes lasted a lot longer than they should have. This is a 2-hour movie. There's no reason any B genre shark horror movie should go 2 hours. There's just not. And if you cut 5 minutes off of some of those scenes that just dragged, by the time you do it here and there, by the time you next thing you know, you cut off 20, 25 minutes. That might have gone a long way. honestly, this at the very beginning was the closest it's come to me liking one of the. It was it had the most promise, and then it all faded away.
I'll accept. It's long. It's too long. I'll accept that.
It did have some nice one-liners. Just the tip for the shark, because when the dude was going to get fucked by that shark, that was the plan, apparently. I don't know, man. This thing was all over the place, which I know it was supposed to be, but the best part of the movie was when the woman in the living room during the house showing said, "I don't want anybody to catch us with your fingers up my butt." Legendary. Right. So, Rob, what say you?
Typically I would agree with Kat on these movies when we do them, and I think you're ridiculous, Mikey. I will say, however, this time I am maybe even dislike this more than you did.
Really?
I don't know about that.
This movie is
wow.
It's not a horror movie. It's a comedy, which is
a comedy,
which is okay, because we did see Bad CGI Sharks, which was a comedy, and I loved it. I thought it was great. The difference is Bad CGI Sharks is funny and this movie's not. What? It's just stupid. So when you've made a comedy that's not funny, or it's just stupid, you've just made a stupid movie.
Rob, do you hate
it goes on twice as long as it should. This is a 70-minute movie at the longest, and it goes on for nearly 2 hours. It was a torturous experience. There were 3 main characters, and 2 of them I couldn't even understand what they were saying. I hated this film. I hated it. I did not chuckle. I saw that, oh, look, that's an attempt at a joke. Unfortunately, it's not funny.
Really?
I did not laugh. I maybe laughed 1 time during this movie. It's terrible.
Do you remember what made you laugh?
No.
Oh. I thought it had some good
No, it was stupid. It was your kind of humor. It was stupid guy humor.
Cat found it funny too. And yet, no, I'll agree with that. I do have stupid guy humor. Absolutely. That is the thing. Rob is right. Won't argue.
So I will say, so there were a lot of jokes in here, and this kind of goes in, this is where I feel like time could have been cut out of the movie, because there are a lot of jokes that usually would turn me off to a horror comedy like this. There are a lot of what I would call poultrygeist jokes in here.
Yes.
A lot of toilet stuff, a lot of just like gross out humor that's usually not for me. I think there were enough other jokes that I kind of gave a lot of this a pass. I also feel like they didn't push it as far as a lot of other B movies of the genre would. I don't know. It kind of, for the most part, this one really worked for me.
I have basically one requirement of a comedy, and that's that you be funny. And this one did not meet that requirement at all.
You didn't laugh at all during this?
I said I laughed probably once.
I laughed out loud in this one a few times. Although most of the things that made me laugh out loud, there was one line that really got me. My new favorite line of a horror movie is it true that more people are killed by vending machines each year than by house sharks? Which is just great. That's fantastic dialogue. Good world building. I loved it. But other than that, like, a lot of it was the visual stuff that got me. I was happy and laughing every time that shark was on screen. That filled me with joy. The digital effects, such as they were also very fantastic. I loved it.
I enjoyed the look of the shark. I just wish that poor shark had been in a better movie. I think when I did laugh, now that I'm thinking about it, the one thing that made me laugh was the fact that the shark had a gun.
I loved that the shark had a gun.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Okay, I want to talk about the horror thing a little bit, because a little bit in, I actually said, okay, this is closer to a horror movie than at most of any of the other ones that we've watched. The B-level horror movies, shark horror movies. I hate that this has become a genre. And you know, thinking about it, hearing Rob talk, honestly, I kind of thought that, and then the movie just continued to piss me off, and I forgot about it. It got away from that very quickly. So that might not be a fair. I mean, it to me, this is the most horror out of all the shark horror movies that you guys have made me watch.
It is. I can see that. Like, it does start off probably more horror than a lot of them ever really get to. But like you said, it gets away from it.
Did.
And it is, this thing is, another thing that annoys me about bad comedies usually is they are joke. The entire script is nothing but jokes that aren't funny.
I would have liked more sincerity in this.
There's nothing to this movie other than just stupid joke after stupid joke after stupid joke. And it's trying so hard to be a comedy. I don't think that this movie gives a shit about being a horror movie at all. It has those elements in it at the beginning, only to set up its stupid premise of having a shark in a house.
A stupid premise of having a shark. Did we switch scripts? What the fuck?
Is the AI malfunctioning?
Yeah,
what is going on here?
Here's the thing. When these shark movies don't work, they really don't fucking work.
Yeah, don't say.
And this one does not work.
Okay, if you didn't laugh at this, I don't know what to tell you. When the Abraham Lincoln looking dude, when they drew the dick on his face and they were showing it in the pictures, like the Facebook posts were so stupid, but when they were, that was kind of like, I chuckled. I was like, okay, they drew a dick on him, fell asleep. It's kind of funny. But then when he woke up and see the dick was on his face, he goes, "Who drew the dick on my face?" And they blamed the house shark. And he was like, "Damn you!" Like, that was the last straw for this guy. And he believed it. How'd you not find that funny, man?
Your description of it is funnier than what was actually in the movie.
It's what happened.
It's not funny. It's just dumb.
He was so dramatic about, like, he believed it was the house shark. The house shark snuck up on him while he was sleeping and drew a dick on his cheek.
So stupid.
So you called it a dumb plot. This is one, the plot really does kind of carry it because it's exactly the fun plot that I want. There were just sentences in here that made me so happy. The whole, like, where they're talking about the sharks that went into the ocean so they could be in apex predators or whatever, and it's just like, and then they all left for the oceans, and then it's like, well, most of them. It's just like, that's so good. And then they had a house shark expert that they found online. Just moments like this, they're great.
Yeah,
they're so good.
Yeah, the only thing I will say, there was one thing that I did enjoy about this movie, and that was its use of shark vision.
Yes. Yes.
I liked that. I was like, now they're innovating in the shark movie world. They're doing something new. They're doing something interesting. And again, I fully acknowledge that I called it a stupid premise. Listen, I love Sharks of the Corn. It's a stupid premise, but it works. And that's what makes it great. House Shark is a stupid premise that doesn't work, so it's just a stupid movie.
How? Okay, hold on. How does the premise of sharks in a cornfield work?
The premise is stupid. The premise doesn't make any sense, but the movie works.
Does it?
So it's fine. Like, I'm on board with it. But if you give me a stupid premise and then a stupid movie that doesn't work at all, then I've got nothing for you.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Yeah, Rob, I thought you were going to have some fun with this one.
I'm shocked. Like, I'm really this has never happened before. I don't
know what to do with myself.
Yeah, I don't know what to do either. Like, Rob's shitting on it for me. I don't even got to do anything. This is weird.
It would have helped had it not been so goddamn long.
Yes.
It was too long.
It is almost 2 hours. That's the length of an A24 movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll like I said, starting off, I had a little bit of, I was like, this one might be the practical. That's another thing I really wanted to talk about. For the beginning of the movie. Oh, first of all, that's what I forgot to ask Brian. God damn it. One of the most disgusting things I've ever seen was when dude came home from that date or whatever you want to call it, and he had the all over his face. Gross. But anyway, So he goes in the house and the babysitter's missing. She got butt naked to take a shit, which is weird too, by the way.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was like strange.
I was like, what the fuck she do? I thought she was going to take a shower at first.
Yeah.
Which would have made just as much sense for her to be attacked by the shark in the shower as it was sitting on the toilet. But they had to get the stupid fart jokes in. So,
I mean, yeah, okay, that's probably fair. But man, they had a ton of practical effects. And in a way, and I'm not saying they looked phenomenal or anything, but I mean, they were better practical effects than we've seen in any of the shark movies that I've seen. And again, saying be harsh and not like fucking, Jaws and obviously all disqualified. But I mean, they did. And like that scene, fucking Allie tweeted it. I'll give Allie this much credit. Whenever I have to watch one of these shitty fucking horror shark movies, she will put it in voting for her movie night every week in her Discord, just so like I don't have to watch more than one. So I watched it with a group of people. Perfect setting, right? And she actually tweeted that scene. And like I kind of sat there and I was liking it too, because like I said, it was, you see blood all over the wall and on the toilet and the stupid shark fins coming out of the fucking toilet. Could have did without that. But dude, they had that in there.
No, the shark fin coming out of the toilet made me so happy because the fin was the size of the toilet. There was no way there was a whole shark in that. That was one of the best shots of the movie, was that shark fin poking up.
To me, that was one of the best shots of the movie, if not the best. And I could have did without the goddamn shark fin coming out of the toilet.
No.
But I mean, Rob, you made me rethink that though, man, because I seen that and I was like, wow, this is actually a horror movie. But they got away from that quick. You are right about that.
No, they got away from that so fast, and it just became joke after fucking joke after joke. And I literally, and the people, they just brought in random people to kill off. Yeah, this movie is so bad. And it was made worse by the fact that the only place I could find it was fucking Tubi, so I had to sit through commercial breaks, by the way.
I love when I have to watch these movies, and ads are the best parts of these movies to me, honestly. Yeah, I like the
sometimes.
Ads. Yeah. Wow, man, that's wild.
Yeah, look, I was excited to sit down and watch House Shark, and I thought, oh, this will be fun. Me and Kat will love it, and Mikey will hate it, and we'll go round and round. And the longer this movie went on, the madder and madder I was getting at how fucking stupid it was.
I'm crushed to hear you didn't like House Shark.
I don't know how I feel.
I agree, because the ones that I don't like, I tend to really not like, but they're just so few and far between. And even sometimes I come back around on them. Like sometimes they go full circle, where if they piss me off enough, I'm back on board.
What the fuck?
Like Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark pissed me the hell off for a long time before finally it was like, okay, I'm back.
I mean, there are very few that fall in that middle ground. Usually I either love them and I think they're a great time, or less often, but it does happen, they completely miss the mark and it falls completely in this category where I just can't stand them. The only one that I can think of off the top of my head that kind of fell in that middle ground was Trailer Park Shark. Like,
that was a middle ground shark movie.
Yeah, I think for the most part, there was a lot of stuff I liked or I didn't like, but there was still enough stuff that I did like to kind of keep me on board with that movie.
Yeah.
This one had nothing. I mean, just absolutely fucking nothing other than shark vision. That was it. I was excited to see that.
All right.
The shark vision was a nice little touch. Because it's tinted blue. It's going through the house. I wish they would have given a little more whooshy feel. Because like you could just tell it was some dude coming down the damn steps. You can see the shadow of his leg in one of the shots.
Yeah, well, let's not get into the stuff you can see into the shots or whatever. I mean, the fucking. I mean, they're in a house that's flooded. They're swimming underwater, and in the very next shot, their clothes and everything completely dry.
Yeah,
But again, I'm not complaining about that. That's what you get with this kind of movie. It's
but
fine.
Why? Why? They woke up. The house was completely unflooded. And they were surrounded by cardboard boxes. You couldn't have taken them out in the back and hit them with the hose a couple times. Like, really? They that cost you nothing.
Yeah.
And that's that's my problem with movies like these. I get they're supposed to be bad. I understand. But little shit. You don't get a pass because it's supposed to be bad that you just are lazy with shit like that. To me, you don't get a pass for that. It's laziness. Like, just get them wet. You obviously there weren't too many reshoots in this goddamn thing. You could have got them wet and dried them off.
I hated that every character was like named after a president. That was stupid.
Yeah.
I like that they brought it up one time really early in and then just seemed to forget about it, like as they're meeting more president people.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. I mean, his wife's name was even Lady Bird.
I know.
I mean, like,
that annoyed me.
In a better movie, I would have found that funny or charming at least. But in this movie, it just doesn't work. It's so, everything is so fucking stupid that it's like when you watch a bad movie that crosses over into like so bad it's good territory, everything can't be fucking stupid or it's just a bad movie. You know what I mean? Like there's got to be something that you can take away from it that you like. And this one has the 2 or 3 scenes that they use the shark vision, and everything else is just fucking dumb.
That's okay. Whenever we do shark movies from now on, I'm cutting all of Rob's audio and pasting the one from this episode in there. Because it's wild to me to hear you say that. Because, like, what wasn't stupid about Sharks in the Corn?
It works. It just works. I found it funny. I found it entertaining. This one was torturous to get through. And the runtime, I keep going back to that, but it does play a big part in that. Sharks in the Corn is a short, breezy, easy watch. This one is not.
I get it, because that's how I feel about shark movies. They work or they don't work. But it's wild to me that this one doesn't work. Critically, I can understand how this is not like one of the better B movies that we've watched. Like it's too long. Narratively, it doesn't tie back around. There's no heart in it. I get those things, but I don't think I've laughed out loud this much in a shark movie since bad CGI sharks.
That seems to be the biggest difference for me with this movie.
Like the visuals just made me happy. I was laughing so hard through this one.
It's frustrating to try to explain what makes a shark movie work and what doesn't make a shark movie work.
I would imagine.
Because sometimes they just do.
Right. You just watch it and it works or it doesn't work. This one, it didn't work. And maybe had I found any of the jokes funny, I would have enjoyed it a lot more, but I didn't. They just annoyed, like you're hanging out with a group of friends and you got that one guy who just won't stop making stupid, annoying jokes. That's this fucking movie.
Mm.
And if you don't know that guy, then you are that guy, and don't stop it.
All right. I'm blown away, honestly. I can't believe that it's kind of like, I always thought it would be kind of nice if someone else didn't like one of these, but now it feels kind of weird. I don't know how to feel.
It feels weird because somebody else is like invading your space. This is your zone. This is Mikey's territory that I'm in.
Get out of my goddamn room, man. Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't like it any more than you do. You think I like agreeing with you about something? No. That's not the dynamic we've created on this show.
It so seldomly happens. And for this to be the fucking movie to do it is crazy to me. Because I don't fucking know, man. I should have known. For me to have had hope, I should have known something was weird.
I do think it's really funny that the first shark movie we have on here that just doesn't work for Rob is one that Mikey said had the most hope.
It had hope, man. It really, truly did. It had, because they tried, I said it before, they tried to tell a story. And again, that might, honestly, if a couple of scenes were a couple of minutes short and they knew when to cut it, I might like this fucking movie. And if they would have stuck, I don't know what they were thinking. Honestly, this would have been a really good, okay, let me rewind. This would have been a much better movie, and maybe even I would have liked it if they would have cut a couple of, they would have known when to cut a scene short and to stop it when it was going too long. And if they would have stuck more of these practical effects, man, there's no reason when the guy with his finger in the girl's butt, which I appreciate them tying back to later on, they came back to that. Somehow they could tell, but you've seen the bad CGI look of the blood coming out. Like, why? That had to have cost you more money than throwing blood at that window. Why? And then you could have got a nice little scene of like the room covered in blood. I get you got to clean it and they had to have a small crew and no money. But put the effort. What would it have cost you to just stick around and clean the fucking shit up?
Yeah.
You know, like little shit like that goes a long. If they would have did that, this might have been a movie that I like.
I don't think it would have helped this movie.
It had to.
One thing they could have done, what would have really helped it, was cutting the third act in like half.
Yeah.
Because they go in the movie, or they go into that house to kill this shark, and it just goes, it goes on and on and on, and it's the same scene over and over again, just in a different room.
Filled with different jokes.
It's just so fucking tedious, this movie.
And the jokes, I don't want to act like the shooting percentage was low. They didn't make a lot of them, but the ones they made I found funny. But yeah, no, you're right? It was the same scene filmed with different one-liners.
I'm in the different camp there, because once the parts that I would have made shorter was them getting into the house. Like my perfect version of House Shark. They have the beginning where the girl dies. They cut to 2 months later where they're living in the backyard. They immediately get back into the house, and it's just all in that house. Like I didn't need, and I'm all for, we talked about this in Trailer Park Shark, where I really liked the backstory of the random villain that they had that was like pro shark, so he could get the development done there. I did not care about the realtor stuff going on behind the scenes in House Shark. We could have cut all of that. And once they got into the house, like every scene with the shark made me happy, even though we had it multiple times. I just liked watching the shark. That would have been enough of a movie for me.
I enjoyed
that would
the
have made
look
me
of the
happy.
shark. I just would have liked to see it do something different, or like to see anything different. It was just the same shit over and over again. And we have to have the realtor. Otherwise, how do we get the Abraham Lincoln character that you can't understand a word he's saying?
That's the thing. We couldn't understand what he was saying. He just could have showed up and I would have been like, okay, checks out.
I would have forgiven that as well. Yeah.
So I do agree. It got a little bit repetitive, but I was just so happy watching the in the house scenes. Like that was everything I wanted.
I wish they should have cut across the board with a bunch of things. I agree. It should have been before they got in the house. Their spots should have been cut. While they were in the house, spots should have been cut. Him doing research at a goddamn library, like he doesn't own a tablet or something. Like, what the fuck? Come on, man. That could have been cut entirely.
I don't know. I really like, that was another one of those visual gags that just made me happy, where it's like reports of shark attacks in the houses. Like, what
you just reminded me.
Yeah.
The one out loud laugh I got is he's looking at a newspaper and he flips it over and the headline reads, "Local idiot thinks there's a shark in his house." I laughed at that.
Okay.
I didn't laugh at anything else in this movie except for maybe the shark having a gun. I thought was pretty funny.
Okay. The shark himself.
No, I thought it looked awesome. I did like the look of the shark.
Oh God, that's another fucking character, man. What did I call him? I didn't know what the hell to call him. The fucking like ninja looking. Did I might not have noted it. Huh. Okay. The ninja genie, I was calling him. Who was like choking the dude out and slapping the shit out of him without touching him and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Zero fucking purpose in the movie. But he's standing at the door because he's the one that's going to go kill this house shark. And the door opens and the shark's there and he eats him.
Yeah.
I was happy because they actually made a fucking shark. And in Sharks of the Corn, we didn't get a real fucking shark. We got some island wreck rubber shark from a pool store and it looked awful. Santa Jaws, we got a really terrible looking like it was just
hey.
You be nice to Santa Jaws.
I'm just saying, like, it was a generic, badly done CGI shark that you see all the time.
It was a Christmas shark. What are you talking about? It had Christmas bulbs for teeth.
Well, I was saying the shark itself. Yeah, they did all that. That made it look worse to me.
It had a horn.
They had a practical effects, like they made a shark. And I got to give them a little bit of credit for that. But when you get into the house later on and you see scene after scene of these three schmucks that are supposed to kill the shark, and every time they see the shark, they just freeze and scream every time. So they could have killed the shark 50 fucking times, but he's just walking around the house.
That's a really clever design, though, because this is a shark that evolved differently than water sharks. It's a different breed. It's a house shark.
I guess that's fair. It don't mean I want to see it. Fucking so
I wanted
stupid.
to see so much more of the house shark. How mad would you have been? We talked about underwater last week. How mad would you have been if it's just a paper mache shark body on a dude walking around
in underwater?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd have been livid.
What if that was like the final creature design?
The Portnoy would have plummeted. I would have been
With
livid.
legs.
I'd have been so mad. But that's what they gave us, man. And again, I hated that it was just like, it looked worse the more I got to see it, but I can't get mad, dude. They made a fucking shark and the thing was big and it looked kind of cool, but I just don't like and it pulled out a gun. It's like, fuck. Why?
Again, I liked the gun because I'd never seen that before.
So what?
And again, it makes sense. If these sharks evolved differently than other sharks, why would they not have the capacity to use weapons?
A laser gun?
It tracks.
Where did you get it from?
Yeah.
Okay.
You made it.
Oh, all right.
House shark technology. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's great.
The other
Maybe
guy
they'll
had a
call
laser gun, so if he can have a laser gun, why can't the shark have a laser gun?
I don't know why anybody had a fucking laser gun.
Now that didn't bother me. I did enjoy that, but
Of course it didn't. I don't have anything else to say about this fucking thing. So,
Are you ready for port noise or for ratings? I'm sorry.
how about this?
And I have a review game.
Okay, so let's do the review game and let's Portnoy after the interview. So we'll take a break, kick to the interview, then Portnoy it. So you fuckers got to stick around. Yeah. All right. So what's the review thing, Kat?
Okay, so we've been playing with the idea of you guys guessing the ratings for this one. Last week, I let you guys choose numbers. This time, I have done something that I'm kind of proud of. I have found one 1-star review and one 10-star review with titles that are very ambiguous. So I'm going to read you guys the title of the review and let you decide which one's 10-star and which one's 1-star based off of that. Okay. So our first one is the height of bad shark filmmaking. All right.
Okay.
And the second one is wow, is what I have to say about the cinematic treasure.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the bad shark making is the 10-star because like that's written that like whoever wrote that is one of you guys. Like that's a good thing to them. So that's how I read it. So I think that's the 10-star.
I agree with Mikey.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are correct.
Okay.
I thought that was going to be harder because I honestly thought that cinematic treasure.
That was weird. Yeah.
I could see myself typing that sarcastically about something. That's why
I could see it sarcastically, but it just went so long before it gets to the like criticism of it. So maybe the whole review context helped. I can't imagine calling something a treasure sarcastically.
Oh, I could.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, let's watch that cinematic treasure fucking terrifier. You know?
I think you've called my my opinions on movies treasure a couple times, Rob. That can't be true.
No, I cherish your opinion, Mikey.
Huh. Okay. Motherfucker. What are the reviews now, Kat?
Okay, so the reviews our 1-star review, our cinematic treasure. I enjoy poorly done and low budget screwball movies for the sheer lunacy and entertainment value, but this one, never before have I seen anything put on film that was this outlandishly ridiculous. Still sounds like a good thing to me. Um, some jokes are funny, and Mr. Bonk thought he must have been playing a great prank on the audience. From pitiful acting to the obsession over certain body parts and the ludicrous foam House Shark, there were no redeeming parts of this quote-unquote film. I tried to enjoy any part of the cinematic treasure, and I just couldn't. So he calls it a treasure a second time. But if you want to punish someone for almost 2 hours, ask them to watch House Shark with you. And our 10 out of 10, they had me when the toilet shark that eats the babysitter just decides it's time to move into the house for no reason. They pulled me in when they had to find a house shark expert because Darth Squanto was not up to the task. They won me over for good when the house started to flood. This is bad filmmaking and imaginative and a funny kind, and I am all for it.
I wish. That's the thing. I wish. It just doesn't get there.
That being said, the ratings for this are not super great. I will say it's a 3.7 out of 10 on IMDb while I have that tab open, and a 56% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
What? 56%? Really?
56%. But there are not enough there are zero critic reviews. Yeah. So this does not have an official tomato meter.
Right.
You can't trust audiences to score stuff on Rotten Tomatoes. We know this.
Yeah, they're out of their minds.
Yeah, no.
All right, that's fair. All right, so let's take a quick break, and we will.
Do you want facts?
You did facts. I was going to act like you weren't responsible for it. To be honest, I had no. Okay, fine, yeah.
Yeah, I did facts for this one. I did not do budget because I couldn't find it. I'm sure that it didn't get a box office release, and I think we can all agree the budget was probably $5.
I think I paid more for the buzz balls I got.
But I did find some facts were listed about this. Samantha Varga, this is her only role and nude scene as of at least January 2023. Ron Bonk said that Varga, who played Bessie, the babysitter, had answered a casting call for the movie, saying she had a minor interest in acting. He even told her that the role required an extended full frontal nude scene, and she was all for it, so he cast her in the movie, and he said she was a lot of fun to work with.
I bet. The naked woman, what's not fun to work with? She could be screaming at you.
The special effects in House Shark were created by Marcus Koch and Matthew Ash. Over the course of about 3 weeks, Koch constructed a 14-foot shark costume out of foam latex. Several people performed as suit actors inside the shark costume, including Koch and Michael Merchant, the latter of whom also played the character Zachary in the film. In an interview with the Hollywood Reporter, Bonk disclosed that the costume has since been disassembled, so you cannot buy that. No, it's gone to history.
Why would you get rid of that, though? I mean,
I don't know. I think I would have kept that around.
I would have, too.
Yeah. Tony Danza's first marriage was to Rhonda Yeoman. They wed in 1970 and divorced in 1974. Their son Mark appeared with Danza on Taxi in 2 episodes as Brian Sims. That's Brian Sims on Taxi.
Oh, yeah, because I give a shit. Was that really needed today?
Yeah.
I kind of felt like it was missing, we didn't do the whole Gabagooli thing. I felt like,
Well, but it wasn't missing. I had 2 last week because of you, mind you. Actually, I had 3.
Again, we've been told that it is a favorite segment of some of our listeners. We don't want to leave that out.
I don't care.
Oh. Bonka stated that it's hard to do a shark. What?
You put it in the middle of it? You didn't even end with it? Jesus Christ.
Bonka stated that it's hard to do a shark movie without paying homage to Jaws. He also referred to House Shark as being the blazing saddles of shark movies due to the absurd elements present in the film. That is an insult to both Jaws and Blazing Saddles, sir, and I beg you to never speak their names again. That was my editorial there at the end.
Oh yeah, they did say we're gonna need a bigger house.
Which is so funny because they're trying to find the shark and they can't. And then it's like, we're going to need a bigger house. And it's like, that's the exact opposite of what you guys need.
Right.
You guys need to be fighting like a tiny 1-bedroom apartment shark.
Apartment shark. Oh, God. Prequel.
Studio shark.
Yeah. Prequels, apartments.
During pre-production for House Shark, Bonk launched a campaign on the crowdfunding website Indiegogo to help alleviate production costs. The campaign failed to reach its desired funding goal, So as a result, both the equipment used for the film and the size of the crew became limited. And those are your facts for House Shark and Tony Danza.
What? No more Danzas. This is getting out of control now.
No more this week.
No more, period.
No, I will. Do you want to be let in on a little secret there, Mikey?
Sure.
It's getting harder for me to find these facts, so we might be out soon.
God, man, thank God. Well, wait, hold on. Let me translate for the listening audience. It's getting harder to find these facts. The one website Rob probably fucking found, the list is almost done. Am I right or am I wrong?
I've exhausted that list already, and I'm working on my own now to find them. So
what the fuck?
It's going to come to an end soon because, well, I'm just not that invested.
Out of all the things for you to put effort to into life, how much shit are you neglecting? And you're sitting there making a list of Tony Danza facts, you animal.
My boss is not happy.
Yeah, hold on. That report I'll be done in a little bit. I'm trying to find this Tony Danza stuff.
Yeah, he's like, why aren't you working? I am working. It's not on this.
Your daily thought of aggravating me. Wonderful. All right. Son of a bitch. Every time, man, it gets me every fucking time. All right. So we'll take a quick break then. And because we built up this Portnoy, I am very interested to see if yours is lower than mine.
It's going to be a battle, I think.
Okay. So we'll see. We'll take a quick break. Well, actually, it's not going to be a break. We're going to take you. You guys are going to hear the interview we had with Brian Barry. And we will catch you on the other side of that with Portnoy's and goodbye. We are joined by a very special guest today, Mr. Brian G. Barry, author. What we're talking about mostly today is his novelization of House Shark. But Brian, you have a ton of different projects, and we will dive into a bunch of them. But anyway, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Doing wonderful. I want to know first. I'm looking through your books. You on Amazon. It seems like you're predominantly.
Yes, and godless.
Okay, ton of horror stuff, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
So, what draws you into the genre? What made you? Because it looks like you're predominantly a horror writer.
Yeah.
Okay, so what brought you into the horror genre? What made you pick that lane?
It all started a long time ago, actually, with little grade school books, like My Teacher is an Alien, Goosebumps, stuff like that. And I started seeing horror comics like EC Comics, Creepy, Eerie, all those. I was getting really involved in those, and I just fell in love with it. But I've always been in love with like horror in general. I've always used to watch it since I was like 3 years old. I could still remember stuff, And then like when it came to writing, it was like Lovecraft, and then Robert Howard, Clark Ashton Smith, all these authors like this, and and that's what got me involved in it.
That's awesome, and it's so cool because, well, on this show mostly we talk a lot about movies and stuff like that, but I think a lot of people forget sometimes the different outlets that there are that bring you into the genre. And yeah, absolutely, Goosebumps and all that. Yeah. All right, so House Shark. I mean, actually, I'm kind of curious too. What goes into when you pick up, because writing a book is a whole monster in itself, taking that on. But when you write a novelization of a film, is there a different approach there?
And even like, how do you get into? And I'm asking not for me personally, although I'm also curious. How do you get into the novelization business for films? Because that that has to be a story, right?
It is. When I write the book, I watch the movie along with it, and I'm given the script, so I go off the script. And a lot of things that are in the script do not make the cut in the movie, so it helps me to expand and see the way they're acting outside of the camera. So that really helps. And to me, writing a novelization is very simple. I don't really have to think too much. I just got to detail what I see and bring it all to life in print. And I mean, I'm working on 2 right now. and they're just going seamlessly, flawlessly, and it feels really good. And how I got into it is I actually just approached the guy that runs SRS Cinema, and I've asked him for a few months. I just kept on his toes, and eventually he got back to me,
Really?
and he just got back to me, and he was like, he's all you've been, asking, so let's do this. And I said, sounds good to me. So essentially, I'm pretty much locked into their world of film. I can do anything pretty much at whim, all Polonia brothers. And it's a really cool opportunity, and I'm really grateful for it.
That sounds amazing. How did you how did you get the idea to just ask?
That is a
Like,
ballsy move. Absolutely. Yeah, it is.
like, I
Yeah.
love it, but how?
Well, that's how I approach things. Like if I want to do it, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to ask. And if they say
Yeah.
no, they say no. That's how I see it. And they came out with a movie called Motorboat, which was a Polonia Brothers movie, and I loved what it was about. It was like a boat prowling the lake and kind of like a Jaws thing. And I'd ask him about that, and then that's where it took off. And he said, "All right, let's do this." And that's what essentially got me to do it. I just loved the look of that film, and I knew about novelizations. I read them, and I'm also, with Encyclopolis publications, and I'm locked into a novelization with them too. But it's not coming out until like later. But yeah, so that's how I go about it.
That is so exciting. They also do really good novelizations over there. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm excited to see it. You probably can't tell us what you're working
No.
on.
I can't.
Damn it.
I'm excited to put this movie Motorboat on my list of to watch because that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's actually pretty fun.
Do they let you pick because you're with the studio now, you're kind of locked in there. Do they let you pick what novelizations you want to do? Do they have a list? Do they give you free reign?
Yeah. Essentially, I communicate with Ron Bonk often, and he and I just discuss, okay, hey, Ron, I like the look of this one. I want to do this one right now. And he's like, all right, let's do it. He's given me a list to choose from recently, and they're all really cool ones. They're all ones that I want to do, and a couple of them are actually Christmas ones I'll be putting out this December. But there's some there's a big list to go through in that company. I don't have them all because some of the directors and producers don't even care to have novelizations. But anything Ron Bonk, Polonia Brothers, and a few others, I'm allowed to run with.
That's got to be one of the coolest job opportunities ever.
It is. It really is.
Combining that love of horror cinema with the writing process. That's just so fun.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
And was House Shark one that you chose? Were you watching these movies and saw House Shark and are like, that's the one?
That's pretty much what I told him. I said, hey Ron, let's do your movie House Shark. And he's like, I'd love to see that in novelization. And he said, let's do it. So I was like, yeah, I'm the shark guy. Let's bring this shit to life.
I'm the shark guy. That's funny. But when you're watching these movies too, though, is there something like, is there just like a bell that goes off at like, and it's like, this is the one, or like, what do you look for? Because there's got to be something there that you feel you can sink your teeth into as a writer. Like, what do you look for in that process? Like when you watch the movie?
Wacky plots, I'm all about the like trash horror of the 80s and 70s. And I love it. And anything that emulates that, I'm going to jump right on it. And the more wacky, more ridiculous I'm on it. And the whole notion of a house shark, which is freaking awesome. I was just like, yeah, I want to do that. That'll be so fun to write a shark, swimming through a house and eating people. That's just completely nuts.
Yeah. And we talked briefly. I'm not a fan of movies like this. Everybody who listens to the show knows, but hearing you say that, because I would imagine you could write more than, obviously you can write more than we see. And when you can kind of get into things off screen, which, like that's what kind of interests me more, like you can write stuff like the shark swimming through the house and, like that seems that I like that thought process of it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
I kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I added scenes to the book too. Things that were
Ooh.
they're just my own. I just added my own thing in it. The ending is not in the movie. It was in the script, so I use that ending. Yeah, so it's always fun to just jump in there and add things that could happen in the film, but so it's really fun.
And it's so cool that you have a working relationship with the studio that trusts you to do stuff like that.
Hmm.
It's a good incentive for readers to get that extra content also. So
Oh, sure.
I want to maybe try and push. Maybe we could do more like shark movie novelizations on the show instead of the movies, guys. What do you think?
yes.
Honestly,
yes.
Brian, like honestly, listening to you talk about this, it interests me so much more than watching the movie. It truly does. And
Mhm.
I mean, part of it is maybe I don't have to, because part of my thing with these movies are like some of it just looks really, really bad. And I'll say this: there are things in this movie, and I know it's supposed to. There are things in this movie that I actually thought looked pretty good,
Mhm.
and maybe for me, someone who is not a fan of these type of movies, not having to see it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, it makes all the sense.
Yeah, because you're living. It's kind of genius. Like you're living in this world of these movies, but at the same time, you're not like these movies are restricted to so much budgets and what they can do visually.
Mhm.
You're not, and
Mhm.
that's got to be really fun to play with as well.
Definitely.
And just call it what it is, Mikey. You hate fun.
I don't hate
It's
fun.
fun.
I don't
He
hate
does,
fun.
Brian. He hates anything that's fun. He's just like, that's terrible.
I'm a Leprechaun fan. That's not possible. But yeah, absolutely, man. And especially like because these movies are creative freedom. Like you can do whatever the fuck you want, making a movie like this. So
Exactly.
much is forgiven, and you're not held in by those reins. And that's got to be what's the creative process with that? Because you can you're already dealing with something that can do I mean, let's be honest, this movie did whatever it wanted, and you could even go further than that. So how do you pick what, like you said, you kind of expanded on the movie a little bit. How do you pick what you want to? Because I would imagine there's some sort of staying true to the film in there as well. How do you juggle that?
I attack it from like a certain angle. So like, okay, the guy, Frank, he's living out in his backyard because he fears a shark, and he's nuts. He's the whole neighborhood knows it. And then the way I have it is a scene. I won't like tell it all, but it starts with a couple kids in the neighboring house in their backyard. They're playing baseball, throwing a ball around or whatever. And it sails over the fence, and then that's the haunted house over there. It's the house with the shark in it that everyone's talking about, whispering about. So these kids want to get their ball back, so they go over there, and to them, it's a friggin' haunted house. And and then it takes off from there. So essentially, I look at it from all different angles like that. Like the shark has a laser gun in the movie.
He sure does.
I can use that in a different way. Maybe he didn't just like shoot him once. Maybe he ducked around the corner and come back with it, and he was just hitting him with it or whatever. But all that kind of stuff, I don't know, it just comes to me in an easy manner, and it really feels good when I just come up with something like that. So that's pretty much how I do that.
And I know what Mikey is going to say about this because he hates fun, but working in the genre, working with these novelizations for this specific kind of movie, is there a part of you that just gets like elated to see things like there's one shot in the movie where they're swimming in the house floods, and it's just like a Windows Movie Maker style overlay of water in the house that they're pretending to swim through. Does that just fill your heart with joy?
Yeah.
You get excited to write these things.
Yeah, and it's funny because I don't bring it out that way. It's like there's really water there, and
Yeah.
things tangled up in the water. He's trying to get by all this shit, but yeah, it's ridiculous. It's fun, ridiculous.
Speaking of that scene too, by the way, I watched this movie with a bunch of people. A couple of people loved it. Like that was their bet. One person who was watching this movie, they did not like it. And they do like shark movies. So it's not like, it wasn't for them. They just, this one wasn't winning them over. They were above and beyond about that scene.
Mhm.
And, like, honestly, part of me can appreciate it, but, like when things are floating and it's just someone off camera, like clearly lowering it, it had its drawbacks for me, but the ambition they had with it, I kind of appreciate. But Brian, like you said, you're not restricted to that. In your world and in your project, there is water in there.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you get that high budget feel without a high budget feel, which has got to be great.
Exactly.
We got to start doing, guys. You went these movies that you make me watch. You're going about it all wrong. We got to do novelizations of them.
See, now we know.
Now you know.
Are you on board with Fantabulous now, Mikey?
No, no, I'm not. But no, honestly,
Mikey.
Hearing Brian talk about, like, I've never thought about this kind of stuff, and I'm very, very intrigued. Like, it's seriously genius, really.
And that has to be, I think that's the mindset that you have to approach, where you have to just treat these things. You see the water overlay and the splash on the camera and the people moving furniture up and down, but you, like, because you're approaching it in a world where this is real, I think you have to go into the movie also with the correct sense of just, I'm choosing to believe all of these things are happening. And I think that's the spirit to enjoy shark movies in.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I have a couple more that I know that I'm going to be doing this year for them, and they're in the same kind of world, as House Shark. They're in that realm of off the wall kind of stuff. And it's going to be fun. To me, it's fun. And like you said, I'm not restricted. So I could just have all the fun with it, all I want, and, I'll be doing this for a long time.
When you finish one of these, do you have to turn it into them for like approval or anything, or do they just let you run with it?
He actually just lets me run with it.
Okay,
He looked through
That
my,
is so cool.
my bibliography and everything, and he just trusts me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I was just wondering, like, if there'd ever been a time where, because you said you'll add things sometimes where you went too far in one direction or another, and he was like, no, but it sounds like he just let you do your thing.
Yeah.
What a wild meeting that would be, though. Just, let's not ruin the House Shark canon, right? Like, reel it back.
Yeah, I did the same with Motorboat. I used the lake to my benefit, and people swim in the lake. There's a lot of scenes that could have been in that movie, and I added them. So,
Do you have any kind of other requirements like word count, or do they have a range that they want you to stick in?
not at all. Not at all. I try to stay at like 30,000, 35,000 words. I don't want it too big. Just a little novella, little short novel.
Everything I'm learning about this just sounds like the perfect job. You've got to be having the time of your life.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
How funny would it be if you had written a novelization of House Shark that was like 1,500 pages or something, just this huge thick tome?
See, that's the route. This is why I don't get jobs like this, because that would be the route I would take. I'd be like, here is
right.
my
Here's the backstory
stand
of
length.
every character.
Yeah. That's the thing about when I'm doing, especially SRS titles. I'm not wanting to super overdevelop it. These movies are meant to be fast, quick, and just fun. And that's what I try to bring and maintain that throughout the whole thing.
And that's something that you had already established in your previous body of work, right? Like you had done Snow Sharks and Snow Shark or singular. Oh my God, I can't words today. But you'd also done Commando Shark. I actually don't know what order these came out in. I know what order I found them in. But
Commando Shark just came out today.
Ooh.
I know, I'm excited about it. I have it ordered from Godless.
Yeah, and then again, you get the, like you said, it's scenes that weren't in the movie, you kind of threw them in there, and that's the beauty of it. And I say it again, like, and I know I'm mean to these movies, like I know, but they're at the same time, like a part of me does feel bad, but I mean, I have to go about how I feel, what's in front of me, but making a movie is hard. you need money to do this stuff. And I think viewers forget that sometimes when creating projects and all that. It's like, okay, this would be in there. Yeah, that'd be cool if that was in there. Sure. Like a writer or director can agree with you all day about what should be in a movie. But when it comes down to it, it's like, all right, well, this is what it's going to cost to get it in there and to do it, and you just like that's amazing that you can just feel like, okay, this was in the script, but it wasn't in the movie. For whatever reason, it wasn't in the movie, probably budgetary or whatever it is.
Sure.
And you don't like you just those chains are gone for you. You're like, all right, it's in there now. Let's do it. Is there any type of I don't know quite how to put it. When you're because you have to envision these scenes because obviously you didn't see them in the movie. Do you try and like how is there any formula that you use to keep it in the tone of the movie, even though it wasn't in there? Do you try and match that? Or do you take scenes that you add in and just make them somewhat completely your own?
I do a little bit of both, actually. I
Okay.
don't know if you remember the office scene, like when he's in the realtor's office, it's like kind of dark and shit like that. Oh, I made that scene just ridiculously like uber creepy, like the guy, the boss is like this malevolent, like kind of boss, he's almost evil in a way because that's how his character was projected to me, and so I kind of expanded in that, like in a more serious prose. But yeah, it just depends. It just depends, really. It just depends on the character, the situation, the mood, and but I generally try to keep it right involved with the feel of the movie.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart, and that's got to be nice too, where you can kind of switch gears on the scene because something like that. And again, it goes back to how I feel about certain things with these types of the B movies. Like that scene, and I'll say this too. This movie was they tried to go for an actual story, and they tried to give a little bit of weight to these characters here and there, which you don't typically see in the shark movie genre. But they attempted it here, and it came through. Like I seen it. It was there, and some of the like the office scene is a great example that you used. If they would have went with maybe more of a serious tone, maybe it would have, because some of it just kind of came off a little bit ridiculous. Some of it was matched the tone of the movie, and I got it. Some of it was like, you're kind of. It comes across as sometimes, did you mean to do that, or is that just what happened? And being able to kind of say, okay, this needs this, and being able to just change it because you realized it needed it. And it makes it better, in my opinion.
Sure, definitely. Yeah, like sometimes interactions in the movie, like I'll completely change around because they just don't make sense for the book. It wouldn't make any sense. It would be all weird and just fragmented in a bit. So I kind of smooth it out the way you would read a book, So I sometimes got to drag out conversations and all that and make them fit properly. And the script is just chopped in certain ways that just won't make sense for a book.
Do you ever feel like you have a tough time converting like visual gags and humor into the book, or do you have a system for kind of dealing with that?
I'm like I've been told like I'm a visual writer, so that's probably my strength. Is anything visual really comes easy to me, and it just helps. Watching a movie, it's really simple for me, so comes through that way pretty easy.
And speaking of watching movie, one more kind of industry question here. Do you get perks? Do you get access to the movie? Do you get like upcoming? Do you get secret teasers of what's on the roster? Like,
a little bit with SRS and with another company. Yes, I would say it, but I can't.
That's fair.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely.
One thing that I think that we want to do is promote your other books, some of your newer books. I know Commando Shark came out today. There's one shark book that I'm really, really excited to ask you about. Will you tell us about Cow Shark?
Yeah, I'll tell you. House Shark came to me, since I'm writing SRS and I'm looking at their, their entire library, I'm just looking at all these shark movies. I'm like, what are they missing? And judging from a lot of the titles, I'm like, what, Cow Shark would fit right in there. Why not? And I don't know how it really came to me. It just did. Probably saw Cow and then it just used right there because, Shark Week's coming up and everything. So I just wrote it, and I wrote it really fast. I wrote it in like 2 days and
2
published
days.
it, and a lot of people are loving it. And
Wow.
essentially, it takes place on a campground that I used to visit as a kid, and I just brought this into there. I created some loony plot with a SEAL team hitting a Chinese vessel out on the sea, and they had carrying some radiation or whatever, some advanced microbe. It blew up, and a shark was caught in the wave, and then it just gets mutated, ends up at this campground, washed up on shore. Cows drink from it, and then a whole lot of changes go through. So that's like one of those. And then I told Ron about it. I said, like, hey, let's adapt this into a movie. So I don't know. Maybe it will be. I don't know.
Oh, that would be
Holy shit.
fantastic. I never even thought about it going the other way.
Yeah, and that I was going to ask too. I'm looking at Cow Shark now. I did see the title. I didn't see the cover. Oh my god. Again, it goes into movies are budgets. Like and it's not necessarily the budget is not necessarily dictates how good the movie is. I'm well aware, but something like this is it's going to cost money somewhere or another. But that being its own challenge, but in a perfect world, yeah, like Cap said it perfectly. You're making novelizations of these movies. Is there like how much of you wants that to go the other way where your stories turn into movies? Like how interested are you on that side of things?
Oh, I'd jump on it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not actively looking for it, but I actually have been in talks with one of them, and it's not any of my shark ones, but that's been in talks for like 6-7 months now. It would be nice. It'd be awesome for sure.
I do feel we brought you on here for House Shark and right before Shark Week, so there's been a lot of shark focus. I know you write other stuff. I think the first book of yours I ever read was actually the VHS Brian's Birthday Bloodbath. Yeah, this is just a plug for our listeners who don't all like shark movies as much as we do. It's a wide selection of very good books.
Imagine. Yeah, the Sleepover Massacre definitely intrigues me. That's my like just a straight slasher, though that hits the sweet spot for me.
I'm 100% slasher. I'm slasher all the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you this then, because I love that. I was planning on asking you because for better and worse, the shark genre of horror movies is very vast. I was going to ask you what are some of your favorite shark movies in the horror genre, but also now I definitely need to know your favorite slasher movies also. So could you give us a couple lists of those?
Yeah, slashers. Slumber Party Massacre is my favorite. Intruder. Sorority House Massacre 2. Burning, The Mutilator. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. There's so many. I'm all about slash 100% pieces. This is where I really get excited because actually I just released a slasher book called Fragments, which is a love letter to pieces. And for shark movies, Jaws 2. I like the whole Jaws series. I don't really like the 3D one. It's not my game, but
wow. That's the one I like, if you could believe it.
Yeah, a lot of people love it, they do. And it's just not my thing. But then you get into and the more I watch, the more trashy ones like Santa Jaws or, stuff like that.
Yes, Santa Jaws.
The new holiday classic, Santa Jaws. Love it.
I like those, but I don't watch them a lot. I really just watch the Jaws series. That's my shark movie, for sure.
Are you familiar with Sharks of the Corn?
Yes, I am.
How do you feel about that one?
The opening scene, I was laughing, and I don't remember much after it. Not at all.
Nice.
You don't remember the shark taking down the helicopter? That was awesome.
No, I don't. I need to watch it. I really do.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, I do.
You've inspired me. I'm reaching out to Stephen King, creator of Sharks of the Corn, to ask him
Yeah.
about the novelization.
Good old Stephen King.
That's awesome though, man. Like that, and because as much as it hurts me a little bit to say, but in a way, it's kind of nice, I guess. Like you can see the slasher inspiration to a lot of these movies, like even though they're not straight slasher movies, there's so many aspects of like Slumber Party Massacre, the movies you listed, there's so many aspects of those in movies like Sharks of the Corn and House Shark and all that. Yeah, you could see it come through.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. If you could, in a perfect world, all contacts and restrictions removed, if there was one movie you could do a novelization of, what would it be?
Slumber Party Massacre.
That's
Definitely.
the one. Why?
It's the first one I ever watched, and it stuck with me ever since. And I watch that at least once a week. I just love it. I love the feeling of it. The just darkness. There's like little plot to it, Russ Thorne escapes, starts killing people. That's it. And that's the kind of slashers that I love. And that one really hits nail really good.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for coming to talk to us about sharks.
Yeah.
And other things. Do you have any projects? We've talked a little about some of the upcoming projects that you can't tell us anything about. Do you have anything upcoming that you would like to plug? Do you want to talk about?
A lot of the things I'm doing are pretty much indiscretion.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm about to drop 2 novelizations in the next week and a half or so. I will say that. And one of them's SRS, and the other one is not. And I'm really super excited for the second one. It's an homage to 80s action movies all the way.
Ooh.
And I'm really excited to put this one out.
So I said I was almost done, but just the output of novelizations is insane to me.
Mhm.
How do you get so much done? Because you had Commando Shark and Cow Shark, and we're getting 2 more novelizations like in the next week and a half, you said. Did that just line up in a really quick release schedule? Because I know sometimes publishing works with space in between sending in something and getting published, but it seems like a lot of books.
I'm always asked this question. How do you put out so much? And honestly, I'll answer it honestly. It just really comes to me, and I feel like I'm possessed sometimes behind the keyboard. So I wrote Cow Shark in 2 days. As soon as I published that, I started writing Commando Shark, and I published that just today. So,
wow.
And then when I write these novelizations, like I said, it's very simple for me to just transition right to the keyboard and write it as I watch it, and I follow the script and then detail the environments, bring it all out if I want to add something and all that. And it just comes to me so fluidly, and I'm super grateful for that ability.
Absolutely. Yeah, you talked about fragments. I also see you have something, the horror collection, the Lost Edition. What's that?
The Lost Edition.
Unless Amazon's lying to me.
Mikey is making up.
It's listed under this is it looks like you have a story included in here.
Oh yeah, that's an anthology. Is it a green cover?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a story in there as well. I
have a few anthology stories and anthologies.
Okay. Yeah, that's another one of the ones that hit close to home with my heart, man. Anthologies are really and what you do, like it lends itself perfectly to that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, Brian, thank you so much for your time today, man. Obviously all your stuff's on Amazon under Brian Berry. Do you want to let everybody know where they can reach you, all that stuff?
I'm on Twitter. My handle is kind of weird to say. It's just error with a bunch of digits behind it. But I'm easy to find. It's just Brian G. Berry. On Facebook under Brian G. Berry. The same with Instagram. It's BG Horror.
Awesome. Yeah, and we're gonna have everything linked to the episodes. Everybody can go check all that stuff out there. Brian, again, thank you so much for all your time today, man. And honestly, dude, you opened up a new world of this stuff to me. Like I am the most intrigued I've been in any type of shark horror that I am right now. Like, and
You have done in this one interview what I've been trying for like 2 years to accomplish. So thank you.
It's a feat. It's a feat. But thank you and honestly, like just contributing to the horror genre. Like that's awesome, man. And thank you for everything you do. And thanks for your time today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Brian has enlightened me a little bit, guys.
I didn't think that was possible.
I didn't think so.
And just
either.
in time for your Portnoy score.
Just in time. So yeah, that was an awesome talk with Brian G. Berry. Make sure you go check out everything's going on Amazon. Everything's going to be linked. A great horror. It's awesome to see someone with that much passion for the genre and so active. But yeah, I want to see these Portnoys. I mean, Kat, do you want to go first? Because everyone knows.
Everyone knows I'm going to have the highest Portnoy for this. So that's not even a surprise. We have enough.
Are we going to be movie also?
Oh, we can be movie if you want. I didn't prepare a Boo movie score, but I should have because that makes sense.
Me too. Yeah.
I did prepare a normal score though. This one was super easy for me because my enjoyment of House Shark fell in between two shark movies that I already have Portnoys for. I am giving House Shark as a normal score, mind you, a 3.8.
Okay.
It comes in between Trailer Park Shark and Sharks of the Corn for me. So
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I laughed a lot more than during Trailer Park Shark. I don't feel like it has whatever polish makes Sharks of the Corn a 90-minute film was lacking in House Shark. So I think that's a fair place to put it.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay. What about a B movie then?
Just off of the top of my head, I'm gonna give it like a 7. I think.
Okay.
I like my B movies to be a little bit shorter. This one dragged on in some bits. I was a fan of like the visuals were where the humor comes from, which is very often the case in B movies for me. But there was a little bit too much of the toilet humor also, like while we're just focusing on comedy stuff. So yeah, like around a 7. I really enjoyed it, but it's not perfect.
Okay. For a regular movie, yeah, I mean it for a regular, and keep in mind these scores have nothing to do with Brian's book. I'm down for what Brian's doing, as you guys heard. So this is a reflection of the movie. His project seems way better to me, but as a movie,
his writing is always like 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Given it what's in front of me, and I understand budget restraints and all that, but I have to go with what's in front of me. This is gonna live at like for some reason 1.9 is screaming at me, so I'm gonna go with a 1.9 for a regular movie. B movie score. I'm gonna go. It's a rookie number because it's a flat number. Actually, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go with 3.
All right.
I'm gonna go 3.1. Fuck it. No rookie number. 3.1.
All right.
It went on too long, but you know, the toilet humor's up my alley, man. I'm a Jackass fan, all that stuff. The dick drawing on the face when he screamed that mirror was so damn funny. And they made a real shark. I mean, I could see that work went into it, and they actually put that forth with giving us a shark. I always say, give us a shark. If you're going to do it, give me a shark at least. And they did that. So 3.1. That's high for me on these shark movies.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah,
that's damn near approved for me. All right, Rob, let's see.
All right. This horror comedy leans much more into the comedy part. And if you are going to make a stupid comedy, I'm okay with that, but it's got to be funny. Otherwise, it's just stupid. And at 2 hours, that's an awful lot of stupid. As a regular movie, I give House Shark a 0.7.
Whoa. Did we switch scores? Did you take my papers?
Yeah.
Whoa.
This movie is terrible.
Wow.
It is amongst some of the worst that we've watched.
Oh.
For a B movie score, I will give them some credit for giving the shark a laser gun. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the shark vision. I did like the look of the shark. It still doesn't save it from just being a rapid fire one-liner, unfunny joke fest, however. And it does not hit the mark. They don't land this one. The best I can do is a 1.2.
Wow.
Wow.
My regular movie score for a shark movie was higher than your B movie score.
I'm telling you, this movie, this just did not work for me at all on any level.
Wow.
Damn.
Where are my balls?
I want to be hurt that this would happen, but also it's kind of a Shark Week miracle that Mikey doesn't have the lowest score.
It truly is. It's a Shark Week miracle. Right up there with Christmas miracles. That's funny as shit. All right. A Shark Week miracle. Holy crap.
I don't know how else to describe what just happened here.
Yeah. Wow. This is Rob, I'm blown away.
It's just there's just so much to not like about this movie, and very, very little to almost like about it.
Okay. All right. I mean, wow. This is, out of all the shark movies we've done, the shark movies, other than Jaws 3 rather, this is the best one to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it reflects in my score as well.
I think it does.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
And clearly by my scores, it's by far the worst one we have watched.
Holy shit. Okay. This is what you rated Apt Pupil a 1. This is around Apt Pupil, and so much money went into that. That's crazy. Okay. Fair.
Well, I feel a little bit outnumbered, but I'm also just so in awe of what just transpired with the Portnoys.
I can't believe that.
I thought the divide might be bigger. I thought that Mikey was going to find it really funny and maybe be entirely on board with it.
Like I said, its shooting percentage, its batting average on the comedy was low.
No, but you're not making the major leagues with this batting average.
Oh no, absolutely not. But they slapped a few over the shortstop every now and then. Yeah. They got a couple. That mirror scene was a home run. That I laughed so hard when they blamed the house shark, and he was just, damn you. Like that was the last straw for him. That was funny to me. All right. Wow. Fair enough. Okay, so I guess we can start getting up out of here. Next week is my birthday pick.
It is.
And I still don't know what I'm gonna do. There's a couple of candidates in mind. Skinamarink has moved a little bit down on the list because Rob threatened to not watch this movie, which pissed again.
To be fair, once you've seen Skinamarink once, I think you could fake having rewatched Skinamarink. That's the thing. Not that Rob would. I think Rob would come in here and be like, I didn't watch this. But,
I've said this already, I think, on the show. I know I've said it in our chat or whatever. We will eventually have to do an episode on Skinamarink. I understand that that's going to happen. It's also going to be a 10-minute episode because there's nothing to fucking talk about.
Yeah, that's the thing. Rob, he'll have to sit through it again, but the real pain of it is he's going to have to listen to us say nice to moderately nice to nice things about it.
I do have a few nice things to say about Skinamarink.
Me too. But Rob ended up watching the movie, so now the threat of that has lowered. It is not as completely gone as a possibility, but it's still on the table, but it's lower now. You feel happy about that, Rob?
I mean, it's fine. I always, just every year we have this conversation of that's fine, but remember in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
It's my pick.
Why is your birthday got to be so close? I can't have a fucking thing, man. Like I don't even get a reprieve.
And I haven't started thinking really about my birthday pick yet, but we depending on how you want to play it, I'll let you set the tone. I usually have 2 movies ready to go.
Yeah, I know. And
last year we got Kiss Meets Phantom of the Park. So if I got to find one worse than that,
good luck, honestly. and we already did Velocipaster. So, I mean, good luck. And that's the thing. Every year I know that, and yet and still I can't help myself. So we'll see. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be hard to top my pick last year, which was Jason Goes to Hell, that I didn't even watch. I made you guys watch.
You threw a fit when I didn't want to watch Perfect Blue. Said it was the sole tenet of the show. Less than a year after you didn't watch the movie.
Well, first of all, I did it already, so you can't do it again. It was used once and it was done. And I've unfortunately watched Jason Goes to Hell enough times where I can have a conversation. Like, I know that movie.
I was prepared to have a conversation about Perfect Blue and ninjas and samurais and everything.
But you didn't know about it. So, that was so good. And even Rob was giving me credit. Like, I give you credit. You're going down with the ship. Nope. I did watch Titanic 666 too, by the way. Speaking of going down with the ship.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Didn't quite live up to what I was hoping. I've never tried to like a bad movie as much as I tried to like that. But yeah, so that's coming up next week. Then we have a Patreon pick, and then we have Rob's. Then Rob's going to be gone, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
the whatever episode would be my birthday pick, I will not be here for, because I have to go back and get my son.
Okay.
Now, if you guys want, you can do my birthday pick, and I'll just pick a movie for you guys to watch.
No, that gives you free reign to pick something. No, absolutely not. No. Sorry. So we have my birthday pick next week, Patreon after that, question mark after that, then Rob's birthday pick. All right. So I get a little time in between now.
Yeah, you get an extra week because I have to go get my kid, but
all right. I get reprieve a little bit.
But it's still looming.
Yeah, it's coming. All right, fair. Make sure you guys stick around for all that. Follow the show wherever the hell you're listening to it. Review the show too. Why not? Come on, help us out. And check out the Patreon, patreon.com//radio. Tier starting as low as $3 a month. You get an extra show every week. You get Patreon Easter egg content, rather. And that's it. You get about all the images, all the imagery of the show that, is a little bit lost on the platform. You get it over there in one spot, nice and condensed, all that shit. So make sure you go check that out. Follow the show at Slasher Radio on Twitter. Keep up with everything. I'm going to try and post the movie picks beforehand so you guys can watch them and catch up. I'm at Mikey's Dead. You can check out the other show that I'm doing. It's called Cult FM. You can listen to that everywhere you're listening to this. The episode will be out now. I might have lied last week. The episode is out now.
It's like I went looking for it. I was like, oh, cool. Mikey got a new show. Nothing. Can't find it anywhere.
My bad. Mondays. It's going to be every other Monday, starting this last Monday by the time this comes out, the 24th of July. So every other Monday, Cult FM, wherever you're listening to this, you can listen to that and follow it at Cult FM Pod if you so desire. Rob, where are they finding you?
You can find me on Twitter at Radio Rob123. I'm also on Thread. You can find me over there. If you're using that, I don't know if people are or not, but I am there.
Not a fan of Threads.
Huh?
Not a fan of Threads.
There's some things they can make better, but
they need a website.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that is one thing, but there are some things they could do better.
Yeah.
You can listen to the other show that I do with Kat, the Nick fucking Woo Cagecast, Nick Effin Woo, if you're looking for it, because you're not allowed to have the word fuck in your title on most podcast platforms. Where we just released the episode on Peggy Sue Got Married and on Raising Arizona. Actually, will be out by the time this comes out.
Okay. Kat, what about you?
You can find me on Twitter at @cat_velour. You can also find me on Blue Sky. Speaking of things I don't know if people are using, I finally got in.
You son of a bitch! And you didn't send me a thing.
I think you get like one a week once you're verified or whatever. So I don't have any.
Damn it.
But you're in the queue. Once I figure out how to acquire an invite code. That being said, nobody uses it, I don't think.
Yeah,
because they won't let anybody into the fucking thing. I've been trying to pull every string I can find to get an invite code to that. Nobody has one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how populated it could be though. That I would. Yeah, Blue Sky seems interesting.
It doesn't matter whether it's populated or not. If you tell me something invites only, I immediately want to be in.
I do like the interface a lot. Like, aside from the fact that it's dead, it's great to use. And honestly, screaming into the void with no one responding to me might be my ideal form of social media. So
that's facts.
Yeah. It's like that Clubhouse thing. When you had to have an invite for that, that's all I wanted to do. And it was the only app I ever used until they opened it up to the public. And then I was like, oh, fucking anybody can come in here. I don't care about that anymore.
Remember when I called you on there by mistake? In my office with people around me, Rob just, what the hell, man? I was like, whoa, I scared the shit out of me on speaker. Oh, fuck. Anyway, where else they find you, Cat?
And on Instagram, Cat Velour. Pretty much everywhere. Check out my website, catvelour.com. You have about 2 weeks left to pre-order my debut book, Revenge Arc. Pre-orders are slightly cheaper than the normal price of the book, and they come signed. So do that.
Nice. Yes, make sure you go do that. We'll catch you next week, guys. It is oh yeah, I said my birthday picks next week. We will see. Good night from Slasher Radio.
All the best of Slasher Radio podcast.